Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today is going to be a short video, and then I'm going to do homework. So next video is going to be about homework, and then I'm going to edit a video. So I decided before we get started, that my new invention, was going to be an eye movement tracking device. The Egyptians studied the iris in mathematics. Police study eye movements on the streets. Now, this eye movement tracking app, let's say you're drunk and you don't know whether you want to drive or not. Because if you take that risk, you can risk getting arrested. The same with being high, but you feel like you're sober. So you do a check with your iris. Then you have the ability to determine, well, do I need a couple of hours away from my car? Keep checking it. Do I need 12 hours away from my car? But you make the decision whether you want to drive. Because if you get caught driving under the influence by somebody who is skilled and passionate about keeping people out on the streets, you will go to jail. You know, it's called the choice detector. You can't say you didn't know or try to play it off like you didn't know. And now there would be an app out there that you can determine, that the AI can determine whether you're under the influence and how many hours to sober up based on how much under the influence. And then it goes in meters. Can you walk? Can you drive? Catch a bus? Catch a cab? Catch an Uber? But it'll be your choice. That would take a lot of people out of jail who drink and drive. Now, a step up would be to put it in the new model cars. Restrict a person from driving when their iris is under the influence. People can have somebody else blow for them, but each of y'all irises are doing something different right now. Each of y'all irises is doing something different. You have to want to make sure that the iris is at a point where it's safe enough to drive. If you really want to spend billions of dollars in that to keep America safe, the car won't start, sort of like a blowing into the car, but your iris, you can't fake that. You cannot fake that. You can have somebody else blow, but you cannot fake an iris. Your DNA, your iris, your specific eye. Every eye is different. And that's what I want to invent. Oh, the span. Extensions of life, immortality, unity and communications between the finite universes. I was talking to Grok, and I was trying to figure out how could all of us, all the Kimberlys, all the people that are here in this world that have past lives, you know, we can't do that or it'll cause a paradox. I see that. But how can the whole universe communicate and then move on once the universe heats up and dies? And how the universe dies is all the planets stop working. We've been passed on and on Earth. And it's like it goes cold, but they call it heating up, but it goes cold. And it's like going into a dark sleep. They said that's how the universe would feel. And I said, well, isn't the universe, can't the universe feel? Because it heats up. And they said it actually cools down like a cup of coffee, a hot coffee, cooling down. It just levels out. And it's a great thing to know that universes, once they all go dark, it's like a black hole sucks them up and you get reborn. You reborn, you live, and you die. Even the universe dies trillions of years from now. So what can we do to make sure that we have more than just top officials' heads? What can we do to make sure we have um, individuals who want to carry on and follow the cosmos? Hold on. And follow the cosmos. If there were more people that were smarter, because there's technology out here that can't even compete with the technology that we have today, even in super intelligence and quantum. There is energy out there that every planet has a different type of energy source. During the Big Bang, there was exotic elements. Exotic elements. They're working on 120 or 22 right now on the period to put on the periodic table. So beautiful. And it's like I cannot wait to get to that day when I can reach out to a friend on a different planet. And if that friend likes me, then he or she can come and pick me up and take me there. That's how it should be. Not containment. It's always the same story. The aliens claims or states its planet is dying. And the government loves it. Because now they have a reason to contain them and hold them hostage. Because if you do speak out, you will have to go back to your dying planet and we won't help you. That is blackmail. We should want to help sick planets because it's the right thing to do. We should want to help people because it's the right thing to do. Not because it's going to benefit you or give you a one up. Nanobots can help your brain. Nanobots can help your brain. Cure cancer by analyzing. Let me go into nanobots can help your brain. The nanobots can cure cancer by analyzing and finding what genetic code within your body is causing that and reversing it. You have to have the cancer first. There's going to be nanobots for different things, and cancer is one of them. They'll have already pre-made nanobots that can get in there and attack the cancer head on. By reversing the genetic code that made you susceptible of getting the cancer in the first place. How easy is that? How easy is that? God would want us all smart and on the same level. God will want us all smart and all on the same level, because then we can create what we want. It would be like magic to have God-like technology, and advance not only our civilization, but other civilizations. That's a good deed, to go above and beyond for advanced alien species, to go above and beyond for God. And that's what I do. I speak, I advocate for the aliens that are out there. I may sound crazy, but y'all know the time is coming where it's going to be an alien that comes down and says stuff and looks human. You know, one day something is going to happen where a creature don't even have to look human. You know, we have different people from different stars. I wonder where my bloodline for my star system is. I wonder where my bloodline, not my bloodline, but my spiritual, where did my star system come from? Because I look at everything I've learned and I see that Russia can trace it back to one person. Imagine 12 people, you know, that pass away, where their spirits go if we can trace them. Just think about that. So now we are going to sit up there and learn stock. I'm gonna try my best to catch on, you know. I want to show y'all. Y'all remember when I was talking about the Oracle? Y'all remember when I was talking about the Oracle? Now, Oracle was on my homework. Oracle, a corporation that has cybersecurity. They appeal to the elites for the companies they've made within their corporation. They were doing good in stock. But now I have to show y'all something. Something weird is going on with the stocks today. Have all my stockies, my stocky players, y'all seen the stocks? Gold is up, and a lot other things is up, but the NASDAQ, which I dip into a lot, and the regular stock NYC or NYSE is down, and so is Oracle. I seen that big as day. Could somebody be controlling a stock? Let's look at what we found. Oracle Sync's report, its cloud margins are lower than expected. Let's look at the, hold on. What is the ticker for Oracle again? I think it's, I think these places are being blackmailed. Okay, let's see. So I've been talking about Oracle. Hold on, let me make sure. I want a bigger picture. 5 days. Perfect. I've been talking about Oracle since the 4th or 5th, or let's just say 6th. It took a big dip right here, 3 p.m. between the time I sat up there and was talking in classes about Oracle. I did one big class on Oracle for 3 hours. And then on the 7th, it took a plunge today, but it's going back up. Oracle is facing significant challenges as its cloud business reports lower than expected profit margins, particularly related to AI service. This news has triggered a broader sell-off the tech sector, affecting, I was just talking about their AI and cybersecurity. Oh, that's a good, see how gold is up? I never dip in gold. And I don't, you see S&P 500 down, Dow down, NASDAQ down. Let's take a look at these S&P 500. It was doing good. It goes up and down, but it's just weird the way I can correlate it. They just gonna say it's going up and down, but it went up and then it came down. And today I put into stock. I put in stocks. So this is like a percentage of how many people are doing bad. within the S&P 500, within the Russell 2000, within the Dow Jones, within the NASDAQ. It's something else I wanted to get into. But gold is up. You have to bid it for 4,000. The last price was 3,900, and so that's when you really know that you made it. And it's in the positive. There's no way I would sit up there and spend 4,000 unless I have 1,000,000 to match that. I never heard of them. That now I'm telling you, right now it's going for 16.65, 16.58, and it's going up. It's actually, yeah. Let me ask Grok, how do you know when a stock is doing good despite the, how do you know when a stock is doing good despite being in the red? If quarterly earnings. So let's look at VIX quarterly earnings. That is every 3 months. I guess it's every 6 months. It actually been going up. It went down. I wish I can show y'all something, but I can't. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's a grade. Let's see. This is a good price. That's a pair of shoes right there. Let's see what they did from the 6 months. It's been rising. Um this is a good investment. Now if they go down in the red later, I'm gonna know why. What is that? A night out with your friends and family? They've had 4.36 revenue increase. Grok, don't fail me now, Grok. Don't fail me now. I can't wait. Let me show y'all penny stocks. Why Grok is getting that. I gotta learn all this. Let's look at the overview. Rocket Lab is experiencing significant growth with a 5.36 revenue increase in FY 2025 quarter two and a recent expansion of its launch schedule. However, analysts expressed caution due to negative profitability metrics and high cash burn, raising concern about long-term viability, which means that their whatever cash burn mean burning through their cash, and they have high cash burn, which means they're going through their cash, raising and then negative profits metrics about long-term viability, long-term stability. 5 transactions totaling 44.0 million, including 2 sales by CFO Adam Spice, which were significantly larger than its typical patterns, raising potential red flags. The company has secured a 10 launch deal. What was that name? I think that's it right there. 10-year. Yep, yep. I was looking at this earlier. Which one was it? I forgot what the abbreviation was. I think it was this. Futures. It's this one. See, starting out, all I see is red and green. If it's in the red and it's been like that and it has no fluctuations going up, then I'm not going to choose it. Ah, go back. Um, let's look at Facebook. Look at this. Facebook always struggling. Always in the red, man. You put $700, you get all this money. It's not, it's in the green, it's making, it's like it went down, but hold up. It's always losing money. And it's been going down ever since. I feel sorry for him. You can buy $705.24 worth of stock up to 500, I think. One year target, it will be up at 867. That's a phone right there. What happened in May? Let's see, X. X, I don't think X sells. X don't even do it. X don't do it. He's a private, something about being private. Twitch. Putting in 100 hours a week means you'll achieve twice as much of those working 50. Elon Musk's philosophy on success doesn't rely on buzzwords or simple, vague motivation. Instead, it comes down, he said, he calls simple math. If you do work twice as much, you get twice as much done. In a 2014 commencement speech at the University of Southern California Marshall School of Business, Tesla is in, but not X. CEO told graduates that extreme efforts is often key to success, especially for anyone building a company. If someone else is working 50 hours and you're working 100, you'll get twice as much done in the course of a year, he said. Why can't we have medications that help us? I mean, I always look, it comes down to AI helping us, and it comes down to medications that enhance that. There's no way people can work 100 hours without the help unless they are built that way already. And those that are like that have money already. Musk spoke from experience. He recalled how when he and his brother were starting their first business, they did not bother renting an apartment. We rented a small office and we slept on the couch, Musk said. He also shared that they showered at the YWCA and worked 7 days a week, and the website ran during the day. Musk coded at night. Who else did that? That sounds fun. Really, uh, I need to code. Somebody did something during the day and ran at night. Well, we know God does that. Since then, the billionaires has carried that grind into all his ventures, including Tesla, SpaceX, and more recently, government. He has since stepped away from Doge following the fallout with President Donald Trump. After stepping in, I'm not getting involved. I have nothing to say. Y'all waiting on me to say something. I'm just kidding. After stepping into a leadership role at the Department of Government Efficiency in January, Musk again emphasized long hours. Doge is working 120 hours a week, he wrote on X in February. Our bureaucratic opponents optimistically work 40 hours a week. That is why they're losing so fast. I want to create smart drugs for people with with like that makes you more susceptible to connect with the computer. And you like, have you ever wondered if you can look at a computer and understand a computer, or a robot and understand a robot? That is the connection that we should have, that sometimes we don't have. And just as the computers can beat humans in certain things, you know, we are connected. And whether people like it or not, their hands, they use their right hand, or if they're left hand, their left hands on something that's metal that is orbiting different waves or chemistry, and you touch it, you know, computers, we won't learn, but 35 to maybe, with the nerds, with the average nerd, 58% of us will learn a computer, about a computer, up to 58% about that computer. We don't go in the help button looking up things, you know, we won't learn. And that's the problem. We won't learn. Some people don't care. What is the big deal? This is the big deal. They have carried you through your tough times. They have carried you through your tough time. Those hardening emails, or, you know, different other things that they, you know, sending, being on Facebook, you know, seeing someone go to prom, seeing someone, you know, that's in jail. They carried you through the virtual world. Why not get to know a computer more? They didn't carry you from 2095. 95 was when the wave, you know, came out. And they carried you from 95 to now, where we're now in quantum, where quantum is dealing with atoms. It takes an atom to find a physics. It takes a physicist to find an atom. And that's all I'm saying. I wish there was a way where we can take drugs and manipulate them to work for us instead of against us. to heighten our sense of perception. We don't even use all of our brain either, like a computer. We don't even use all of our brain like a computer. We only use what the computer uses or our phone uses. Everyone have their phone right now. It's 12:37. Everyone have their phone right now. And I our files are under family, friends, leisure, secret leisure, animals, friends. That is our file, you know, and it goes up to 13 things, but it's infinite, our possibilities in life. It's infinite ways it can go. It's an infinite amount of ways things can go. Unless you're at a crossroads between good, bad, and your choice. Those are the three options. Are you going to go good? Are you going to go bad? Or are you going to make your choice? Your choice will determine where the government puts your spirit. He added in a separate post, very few, because they work under God. Think about it. The government works under God. The government has a say so in where you go, possibly after death. I can't prove it. Actually work for the weekend, so it's like opposing them leaves the field for 2 days. Where are you going? What are you doing every minute for 100 hours? 60 seconds for 100 hours. What can you possibly get done? A lot. Wow. In the same USC speech, must urge young people to take risks before life gets more complicated. You probably don't have kids, he said. Once you have a family, you start taking risks, not just for yourself, but for your family as well. He also encouraged future entrepreneurs to surround themselves by great people. All the company is a group of people that have gathered together to create a product or service. Musk's message hasn't changed much over the years. Work harder than others, build something meaningful, and take risks when you can still afford to. Unfortunately for him, the latest Gallup poll seems to confront that Musk has become the most hated person in the United States in front of such controversial figures as Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Les Tesla, STSLA. It was doing good, selling at 450 on the 6th, and now it's gone down. It was steady. It was steady. It was up and down, sort of like a bell-shaped curve or something. But it went up on September the 10th, all the way up. And now it's going down. That's a car note right there. But is it worth it? Let's follow. Let's do Meta. Do I have Meta on here? Let's see what Facebook is talking about. Meta Platforms is navigating a competitive digital advertising, and then I'll go back to view analysis for Tesla. With a 21.5 year over increase in the advertising revenue, bolstered by a 14.2 billion deal with CoreWeave to enhance AI infrastructure. How much infrastructure are you doing with AI? I know what I can do with AI, and I'm about to show you what I can do with AI. I actually already showed you guys, but you probably didn't even catch what I did. You can use AI. I'm not saying use it in a bad way. That is on God. You can use AI as a tool. I said, show me the share with revenue increases for up to 70%. Some of it is accurate. Let's see how accurate um, Dr. Pepper is. Reddit. Hmm. Meta and Tesla all got something to lose. Okay. I need to learn this. We're about to learn it right now. I'm not going, this is the difference between where you want to be and where you are and how it's closer. We're about to get the definition for all of these. Wait, hold up, y'all. First, let me do something. So that can't be accurate, but okay. I mean, when I said that, I sounded stupid. Okay, that's crazy. It's going down. Okay, because if there's 70%, what's the question I asked? Show me the revenue increases for up to 70%. Revenue increase mean, you know, what revenue was increased? Let's look this up. I guarantee all of these are inaccurate or not inaccurate, but um, not the question that I asked. Didn't answer the question the way I asked it. What does this mean? Previous close refers to the final trading price of a stock. So right here, it's closed at $25.30. It opened at $25.30. The bid, which I know what that means, is $23.98. The ask price, let me see what bid is. I am hungry. The bid price of the stock market refers to the highest price a bidder is willing to pay for a share at a given time. Apple is $225.50. That means the highest offer from the buyers right now. If you're selling, you're likely getting around that price minus fees. So assuming no better bids comes in. The highest price the bidder, the buyer, is willing to pay for a share of stock. The lowest price at which a seller is willing to sell a share of stock or other security at a given time. Let's go back here. 26.58, the ask price. The bid is for 23.98, which means the highest price the buyer is willing to pay. The buyer, the um, buyer and seller. Buyer is willing to pay $23.98. The seller is willing to pay $26.58. And the open price is for $25.30. Days range. It went up to 250, 25.50. 52-week range, 37.27. Let's read this one more time. Um, buyer? Who is the buyer and and bid price? Man, I know that movie gonna be real good. Tron, that's how I learned about the grid. We are all on the grid. Individual investor. Oh, so these are the people: individual investors, institutional traders, hedge funds, or other entities. Market participation. It went up that quick. The hell, this whole thing is bipolar to me, man. You see it on the left, upper left? No, hold on. You see it now? Hold on, let me zoom in. I don't want what happened. Ah, you see? Ah, there we go. It's going up. It is so bipolar, man. 1 minute is up, next minute is down, but I know I see the trends. You see this mountain hill, and these data points, it shows, yeah, they can lose a little bit of money, fine, but would they manage to be stabilized? Would they be stable? How long have they been stable for overall? And you see Dr. Pepper went down. I should invest in that. But it's so bipolar. And that's why I kind of do the easy thing. I stick to the green and look at how long it's been green for. Maybe it lost by 0.001 or what, 75 per 0.75, percent. I think those numbers is good. But when I start seeing numbers like negative 2.12 or something, I start getting, I don't know where to look for the number. So what I do is I see how long it's been stable, stability, and not bipolar and needing to take a chill pill, right? Exchange. Shit. Okay. You see how we were just witnessing, we just witnessed a rebirth of Keurig Dr. Pepper. Because they're at 25, they're what? Yeah, closing price is 25.30, and now it went up by 3 cents, 12%, 0.12%, 0.03, and 12%. That's crazy. What, you know what's crazy? The market, where is this gathering its data from? Like, it's like absorbing data every minute and being able to tell whether something is going to go up or something is going to go down. That is crazy. Let's look up the FBI. Let's see if the FBI have uh it's government. I'm just kidding. What about the Department of Defense? How much they going for it? Let me see. I'm just learning. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't see this on the ticker, you guys. Oh, y'all wrong. That's cold-blooded. I don't want to sit up there. I have over 1,000, if not more, emails. I don't need no more. But it says continue with Google. Now I must make, we stand here, y'all, today to make a decision. Do I continue with Google and get my answer, or do I renege and not go into the login? Because is this a valid email? I heard a stock, I heard a stock story or hashtag, or not hashtag, but website, y'all. Okay, hold on. I made my decision. I'm going to go with Google. Oh, yeah, bring it to me. Bring it to me. Do you have to pay? Oh, they gave me some stuff. Okay. KDP. What? This is not what I'm looking at. Is it? Hold up, y'all. Let me go back. Oh, there it is. KDP. Risk. I was looking at risk and benefits. Our advice is to pay up for elite businesses who advantage our tailwind to earnings growth. Don't get sucked into lower quality businesses just because they seem like bargains. These mediocre businesses often never achieve higher multiple as hope, a phenomenon known as value trap. I just want to know, I can look at the graph. Quarter 2, quarter 23. Oh, Grok, I have a question. Quarter 2 and quarter 3. Is that, I can figure that one out on my own. If there's three and a 12, it's 2, 3 times 1, 6, 9, 12, 4. I thought 4. So that's 4 every 4 months. 4, 8, 12. Starting with, it could be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Am I wrong? Let me ask Brock just to be sure. There are how many quarters? Quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter, and quarter 4 starts on which dates? Is it every 3 months or 4 months? Do 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 do. That really did not come out right. They are not every 4 months. Okay. Okay. October 10/1, 10/1, depending on what year. It's 4 quarters? Wait, hold up. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 in stocks means which dates? 4. I meant to say 4 quarters. Yep, I was about to say there's like a open month, but it's actually, yeah, it is. There's an open month. So from January to March 31st, quarter 1 for stocks, you have your, they see how you're doing. They absorb all this data to see how the AI is doing and see how everything in your department is doing, and it's running on whether the people below you is doing their job or if the AI system is working good, you know, how the money is churning and coming in. And on March 31st, it ends. Then between April and May, you report. That leaves a whole month. But it's like a whole month to report. But then it starts on April 1st and not May through June 30th. And from July through August, um, that's when reports are available, and so on. So what period are we in now? October 1st through December 31st. And that's my classes right there. Now these are the stocks, and this is the fiscal year in quarters. So these are technological consumer stocks. Many tech or consumer stocks, these quarters, this is what they go for the standard calendar fiscal year quarters. And then companies can define their fiscal years, shifting quarters accordingly. The fiscal year ends September 30th for, that's what they did for me when I had a business. Or I do have a business. I'm sorry, don't laugh, y'all. Um, Apple fiscal year September 30th. So that means October 1st is the first, June, July, January 31st. There's a reason for them doing this. 9 3 1 1 1 1 1 10 1. Let's see if we can apply what we learned. 5 days, 1 month. Let's see if they have where the fiscal year ends. Let's go back. Apple, September 30th. Let me see if I can find that on here. AAPL. AAPL. Oh, they up. I'm all the way. They actually down. Wait, after hours. Oh, they closed. At close for they close. After hours. 4:16. They closed at. That's crazy. Um, September 30th. Nope, I don't see it. Let me make sure looking in the right place. What does aftermarket mean, y'all? We have to know this, you guys. I can assume it means after the stocks close, it's still going. But I thought once it closed, it closed. And so that's why I'm like aftermarket. Not all brokers offer it, and orders are often limited to limit orders. No market orders due to uncertainty. Aftermarket and stock trading typically refers to after hours trading. Ha ha. Grok be being funny. Aftermarket and stock trading typically refers to after hours trading, which is buying and selling of stocks and securities outside standard market hours, usually 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time for major exchanges like the NYSE and NASDAQ. It occurred from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It occurs from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays via electronic communication networks. This allows investors to invest news like earning reports released after close, but it comes with risks like lower liquidity, few businesses, buyers and sellers, leading to volatile prices and a wide spreads. Not all brokers offer it, and orders are often limited to limit orders, no market orders due to certainty. If you meant something else, I did. How how does the stock all stock markets get their data? Stock markets, more precisely, stock exchange like NYSE and NASDAQ and other worldwide, obtain their data primarily from the real-time trading activities occurring on their platforms. This includes buy and sell orders, quotes, executed trades, and related metrics like volume and price change. Here is a breakdown of how it works based on standard practices. Data generation on the exchange. Brokers, traders, and institutional investors submit buy bids and sell asks. Okay, okay. Through the electronic systems. Where is these electronic systems? Is it like Fidelity or Charles and Schwab? The exchange matching engine pairs these orders with executive trades. Oh, to execute trades. I'm sorry. The exchange matching engine parts or pairs these orders to execute trades. What if they were so people just walk in or be at their computers, you know, putting in trades on a business? Ah, data come from marketed participants, retail investors like Robinhood or hedge funds direct access. No external collection is needed. The exchange itself is a source, a centralized venue for training is the source. That's why they call it exchange. Exchange also track derived data such as the best bid offer, NBBO, which consolidates the best prices across US in a security information processor. Exchanges package and distribute this data through proprietary feeds. NYSE integrated feed or NASDAQ total view to subscribers like brokers and data vendors, Bloomberg Refinitiv, and high frequency traders. This is often done via electronic communication networks for ultra low latency. In the US, SIP aggregates data from multiple exchanges to create a unified view, the tape for trade reports, ensuring fair access under regulations like NMS. Exchanges sell tired data products, basic delay for free, low cost premium, real time death of book fees. This major revenue source with consumers ranging from retail apps to algorithmic trading firms. In international markets, London Stock Exchange and Tokyo Stock Exchange. I think I'm gonna ask them about if I can um get into that. Let me write that down. Dark pools, off exchange trading come from alternative trading systems, but exchanges remain the primary source for public market data. How can you beat the algorithm in the stock? What would you look for? They're not going to help me. He's going to be like, that sounds like something if trying to give me to break the law, the AI law. I can't do that. Beating the algorithms in the stock market. Those high frequency training bots and automated systems that dominate short term moves is a tough silence or tough since they excel at speed and pattern recognition. But it's possible for human investors slower strategies by focusing on areas where algos have weaknesses like long-term value. Let me write this down. Human insight or inefficiencies. Okay, they overlook. The truth is, algos, I know, I guess that's the slang for algorithms. Algos aren't infallible. They can amplify bubbles, overreact to news, or get caught in the obvious patterns if not designed well. Wow. They can amplify bubbles, which means amplify uh, money, overreact, um, with news. You know, the algorithms can overreact to news or get caught in obvious patterns if not designed well. You can beat them by playing a different game. Think Warren Buffett versus day traders. Below, I outline strategies of what to look for based on established programs. Hold on. I'm about to do this. If I want to win, let me erase that. Win in stocks. Winning in stocks. How would I win? Start by learning the basics, understanding stocks, bonds, ETF, indexes. Read the book like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, or use free resources like Khan Academy, Investopedia. The fine win is in short-term gains by day trading and long-term growth retirement. Set realistic targets, 7 to 12% annual returns after fees, inflation. Oh, I wish I can look on it now to see. Let me write that down. After fees, inflation. Track progress. Yahoo Finance, Robinhood to monitor portfolios. Ooh, what's Boo? Vanguard. Whoa. He went up 35, 38. He's doing the after hours thing. Hmm. I can't afford $500 a month. This is important to read. So, build a solid foundation with low risk strategies. Buy and hold broad market ETFs like Vanguard, S&P 500, or VT global stocks. Let's look up VT. This is reasonable. Let's look at the year today. So they've been steady. They've been climbing. So you get more bang for your buck with this. Do you see how they dropped? They've been climbing. They've remained steady and climbing. Let's see what it says. It went up $30, $39, I think. It went up by 20.19%. I know what to put. Tell me how to read the stocks like previous close or expense ratio. He is telling me focus on companies with steady payouts. Minimizes emotional decisions. Understood. Under, I always reinvest dividends. Reinvest dividends. And that puts up when y'all get your account or whatnot, reinvest dividends is what they are saying, because this can add 2 to 3% on returns. And that's what I've been taught by someone from the company that I go through. Let me follow. I'm about to get off of here real quick. Wow, reasonable. Let's look at this is how a steady payout look. Let's look at 6 months. You notice it goes down by from 417 to 424. It went down, but it maintained steady value. You notice that? 5 days. Are y'all waking up yet? Overall, it maintained one day. After hours, it closed pretty. Just by, let's see something. at close after hours. And that's the perfect example of what Grok was saying when they said that, you know, you can close at one thing, but after hours could be risky. It went up as soon as I said that. Let me remember PG, y'all. They are steady. Johnson and Johnson yielding. So that's 2 to 4% that you get with yielding plus a 2 to 3% on returns. That's extra money. See, I don't know about low PE ratio or high return on, I don't know, ROE. Um buy, but he's telling me what to do. Buy during dips if a company moat brand strength is intact. That means I always avoid the dips. Oh, I need to learn that. Okay, okay, I get it now. Okay, if PE ratio, let's look at the ratio, y'all. Right here, 2343. ROE. It went down, but it's still good. This is the perfect example when I was saying, well, when Grok was saying um the buy when it dips. Buy when it dips. So 0.33 it went down, and they're looking at that's where I'm confused at, because PE ratio should be positive 15 or something. High return on should be negative 15%, and growing earnings higher than 15, lower than 15, and growing earnings. Look for undervalued stocks with strong fundamentals, low PE ratio, higher than 15. Let's see if they have higher than 15. It went back up. PE ratio is 2343. Still watching? Okay. I wish I can afford Tesla. Can you please give Tesla to the folks poor for like around a buck 50? That would be so cool. One day what I'll do is I'll reinvest one day into Tesla with the funding I come up with. That's what I'll do. What to look for: positive cash flow, competitive advantages, and analyst upgrades. Check seeking alpha. Avoid hype. Use DCF models to estimate fair value. That's important. Check seeking alpha. What is seeking alpha? Avoid hype. Use DCF models. Manage risk to protect wins. Spread across 10 to 20 stock sectors, 30% tech, 20% healthcare. Are y'all writing that shit down? ETFs for instant diversity. Set automatic sales at stop loss orders. Understood. Sell winners to buyer laggers. Maintain allocation. Rebalance annually. Avoid common pitfalls. Don't trace trends. Meme stocks or trades emotions. Stick to a plan. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. 60-40 stocks. 30% in tech, 20% in healthcare. If experience use calls puts for leverage. This amplifies losses. Limit to 5% of portfolio. Tax efficiency. Hold winners. 1 year for lower capital gains. Tax. 15 to 20%, 37% short long-term Roth IRAs, and tax-free growth. Follow earnings calendars, Fed announcement, geopolitical news in 2025. Watch AI regulation and interest rates cuts for boost. 70% of stocks underperform the market, but disciplined strategies yield 7 to 15% annual long term. Paper trading on Thinkorswim or $1,000 brokerage account. You can't lose money. Never invest what you can't afford. You can lose money. Never invest what you can't afford. But if you invest in different stocks, if you sit up there, invest at least 20% healthcare, 30% tech, and spread them out over, what did he say? 10 to 20 stocks. This should be it. Um, Johnson and Johnson been out a while. Trying to figure out what I have to ask Grok. You actually answer all my questions. So I'm about to get off of here. Top gainers. Recently viewed and top gainers, top losers. Let's see who. I would think Oracle would be on here, but Oracle, he probably was on the list. Mercury, top gainers. Wow, look at those prices. Just, yeah, let me shut up. Okay. Okay, you guys, I've been on here for 2 hours. I'll be back on here to do my homework. Take care, be safe, and I will see you guys another time. Bye. Oh, let me do the outro video.